What's going on, my people? How you doing? Old Dog Anti-Imperial to Chill here. That's my artist name, a recording artist. One name, three personalities. Old Dog Anti-Imperial to Chill. Old Dog is kind of like a thug. He's a little bit gangster. Old Dog is all about, he's sexually explicit, but he's a clown, likes to have fun and things like that. He's a nerd. He's a dork. Anti-Imperial is... What's going on? I'm up next, Jaden. How you doing? What's going on, brother? It's all good. Good to see you. Good to see you. Anti-Imperial is more of who I truly am. That's why Anti-Imperial is in the middle. Old Dog, Anti-Imperial, the chill. Anti-Imperial is all about upliftment, education, international political science, micro and macroeconomics, world history, geographical studies, and things like that. Cynthia Tran, the one and only. What's going on, sister? It's all good. Come on in, Sin. Macro and macroeconomics and things like that, psychology, physiology, sociology, philosophy and things like that. That is anti-imperial. And the last term is the chill, and the chill is a hopeless romantic, all about falling in love, raising a family, and things like that. And that is the chill. There you are, Sin, the one and only Sin. So that is who I am, Old Dog Anti-Imperial. The Sin. The chill, Sin will be with us. Sin will be with us in a second. There she is. What's going on, Sin? How you doing?
How you doing? What's up?
Good to see you. What's up? What's up? So that's why I am, you guys. Old Dog Anti-Imperial to Chill. One name, three personalities. This is Diversity Outspoken.
Hello.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? The real housewives guru. What's going on? D Hammer, I see you. What's up? What's up? This is Diversity Outspoken. We're doing this every Wednesday, every Sunday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. So every Wednesday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. Every Sunday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. Ice Kid 3, I see you. It's all good.
How come I can't see who joined?
Because we speak about a diverse range of topics, meaning that we speak about anything and everything, and we're outspoken or straight to the point about those topics. Philly's dope girl, what's up? Oh Lord, what happened to Sin? We're gonna be talking about who is that D Hammer misled. D Hammer misled. We're gonna be talking about your ex, and they moved on, how they've moved on, but why are they still thinking about you? Sin, we gotta get Sin back. It's all good, you guys. We gotta get Sin back. Who is that? Sandy. Who's that? Sandy. I see you. It's all good. It's all good. For sure. But we call this.
I don't really know how to use this thing.
It's all good. And we do this every Sunday night. The reason why we call this Diversity Outspoken, because we speak about a diverse range of topics, and we are outspoken or straight to the point about those topics. You guys, we have one rule here on Diversity Outspoken, and that is that you guys remain respectful of the environment of Diversity Outspoken as a whole. Who's that 101.7? I see you. It's all good.
Hi, I see you.
Yeah, it's all
What's up,
good.
guys?
It's all good. They come back with a D and D Hammer. D Hammer, I see you. It's all good. You guys just be respectful. I don't want to block anybody here, so just be respectful of the environment, Diversity Outspoken, and one another. We're all family here, so I don't even have to worry about that. You guys, every day I do a daily historical post. If you guys just want to get bored, want to know what happened on that particular day, going back centuries, going back decades, going back thousands of years, you guys can check out my daily historical posts. I put those on Instagram every single day, and TikTok. It's much better on Instagram because Instagram gives me the space to be able to be as detailed as possible with that historical post, but I do put those on TikTok nevertheless. In order to get in touch with me on Instagram or TikTok, you can get in touch with me at anti_imperial. At anti_imperial on Instagram and TikTok. It's kind of like the shirt you see here. Last time I had the Instagram TikTok shirt on, so you guys saw the underscore. You know the underscore little line that goes down here at the bottom called an underscore? On Instagram and TikTok, there'll be an underscore here between anti and imperial. The only difference in YouTube, there's no underscore on YouTube. There's a space in between. This is a YouTube shirt, as you can see. Anti-space Imperial on YouTube. On Instagram and TikTok, the only difference is there'll be an underscore here. So Instagram and TikTok, there's an underscore. YouTube, there's a space. Instagram and TikTok, there's an underscore. YouTube, there's a space. And that's the only difference between those things right there, you guys. It's all good. This will be also uploaded on YouTube. So if you guys have me on YouTube and you're watching this on YouTube, you can go into the description below. And in the description below, you guys can find my Instagram and my TikTok links. She is joining us. She is the Cynthia Tran.
That's me.
You guys can get in contact with her at the Cynthia Tran on Instagram. Make sure you guys reach out to her and follow her. She is a mogul in the making. She is a mogul. Make sure you guys reach out to her, my sister Cyn, at the Cynthia Tran. Want to give a shout out, man. We want to give a shout out to our homegirl, Tatiana. She couldn't be here tonight with us. This is hers, though. This is Tatiana's Instagram right here. She couldn't be here tonight, but we miss her, and we love her, and she is part of the team. So we love you, Tati.
Miss you, girl, wherever you at right now.
Love you, sister. We love you. Next time we will have her back on. She'll be on again with us soon. You guys tune in onto this Instagram Live on a consistent basis. So there's Cynthia, there's Tati. So I told you guys before that I usually get every day, you know, about 25, 30 DMs per day. And so I tell you guys that just to say that if you guys have DM'd me, whoever's DM'd me, I will get back to you. If I don't do it automatically or right away, please be patient. I'm not ignoring anybody. I reach out and answer every DM I get.
I'm the worst. If I didn't see your DM me again because I suck at texting. I suck at responding to DMs. The only one that I'm really good at answering is FaceTime.
Oh, yeah?
Boom 9999 said, I suggest you write it the other way for
yeah.
To read it.
I can sit on it. Yeah, I'll do that next time.
Do it. Here,
no problem.
I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to work this stuff.
Do that. We'll do it next time. It's not a huge deal. It's all good. Well, hey, Rome 9999. As long as you keep tuning in, you'll get to know. You know what I'm saying? You'll get to see us anyway, so it won't even matter. And you keep tuning in, you'll get to see Tatiana, who will be with us next time. I'm pretty sure of that. So, being that's DMs is first of all, I just want to say if you have DM me, I will get back to you. I'm ignoring you. I answer everybody back. Secondly, though, is that I got recently. I was DMing somebody, and I always try to have conversations with people. And somebody DM'd me about they had recently gone through a breakup sin, and their boyfriend, it was a female. Their boyfriend had it had come to an end, and she had spoke with her boyfriend recently, and her boyfriend and her, they were talking about, you know, possibly moving on, talking to other people and things like that or whatever. But I think what really happened was recently it really hit her. It really, really hit her, and the reality really hit hard because I think that she through social media started to see kind of like her boyfriend had flew somebody into town. The new girl was at his house and things like that. And that kind of hit the woman, I think, really hard to where, you know, because it's one thing when somebody says to you, oh, I'm moving on, or thinking about moving on, or, you know, I'm starting to talk to other people. But it's you visually see, like, the evidence in front of you of the person dealing with somebody new or something like that. I think that's the reality with everything, right? Like, it's something.
I feel attacked. I feel personally attacked right now. I'm just kidding.
I feel personally attacked. It's not a.
No, I'm just joking. I mean, it happens, right? But
it happened. It happens, and I think just visually, you can never get visually when something happens out of your mind, right? When something happens visually, it's much different, right? It's like a difference between, like, if somebody was to tell you, oh, I have a new car and it looks like this. Then if you see the car, right? So if you see something visually, it brings it to life like nothing else can, like nothing else can. Who is that? Who's that? Lebo 0115, and who is that? Leandra.
Hey girl. Hey guys. No, I feel like honestly though, it happens, especially here in Miami. You know, all these people got some shit going on. They got their side chicks. They got their fucking whatever the fuck. You know, they got their main bitch, their side chick, the other side chick, you know. And at the end of the day, you just got to know that, you know, there are so many people out there. And then some people are just hoes. And they just move on. And that's it.
Well, let me ask you this, because this is like another topic, but it is so true that today it seems like so many people are in relationships, but it's almost like so many people either cheat or they do have like side chicks or side pieces or side hoes and things like that. So let me ask you this. What do you think is the logic behind if you're in a relationship? Because I've known people that have been in relationships, couples, but they're both cheating on each other, or they both talk to other people, or they both have side pieces. So it's like, if you were going through that, why be in the relationship to begin with?
I mean, I feel like some people, they just can't be alone, you know, or I mean, I think it's like one thing if you're like in a relationship with somebody and you're like openly talking to someone. Hey, Dylan. Like, but I don't know. Like, I always told my ex, I was like, if you want to see other people, let me know if you want to see other people. And we can see other people. And he's like, no, like, I want to be with just you, blah, 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 blah. But I don't know. Maybe people just have like these. Yes, exactly. People are insecure and they don't want to be alone. And that's exactly how I feel. Is like sometimes people will be like, Robbie Joe, hey.
Robbie Joe, what's up,
Like,
beautiful Jewel? I saw you, beautiful
hey
Jewel.
guys, welcome. But it's like all the time this happens. Like you see someone that's in a relationship, like, oh my God, he's my world. I love him, blah, 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 blah. And then the next month they're in a relationship with somebody else. And then I'm like, that was not the same man that was on their Instagram last month. Is this a new boy? Is this a new guy? You know, your new world, whatever. And it's like, you know, some people can't be alone. And I don't know. Hey.
Well, that's
gang.
Robbie Joe. No, Robbie Joe. It's all good, Robbie Joe 305. But that being the case, I mean, that just leads to, first of all, you hear that all the time. People say like, "Oh man, like I love this person,
Oh
I love," and things like that or whatever. But a lot of people use that word love so easily. But what does love really mean, right? Because if you love somebody so much, you say you love them so much, then how is it that you're able to be with somebody else simultaneously, right? Because wouldn't the love
lovers? They just want to love everything. They're like, you know, what is that thing called? Like sister wives or something, or when everybody. What's that thing called? You know what I'm talking about?
For sure.
The ones with a bunch of wives. What is it?
Yeah. Oh, I know you're talking about. Yes. Like polygamy. Like polygamous.
Yeah. Is that like an Amish thing?
All
right. Anyway, I think we're getting off topic.
But that's something different, right? So I mean, and that's something else. I mean to bring up, because just the meaning of love and how people use it so easily. But are people using it in the right way? Because if people are using it in the right way, if you truly love somebody, then if I'm truly in love with somebody, then my love wouldn't even want me, or wouldn't even allow my heart or my like penis to even get hard for somebody else. Because my heart only wants to.
I don't think that's the way it works these days, honestly. Like.
So then is that real love then? So then would that be considered truly love?
Rome 9999 really like hitting it on tonight. People like the idea of a relationship but not putting in the work. Yeah, honestly, especially these days, like everybody just like has people on Instagram, or you can go on Tinder or Bumble or whatever and like swipe and find the next guy. Like it's not the same. You know, like I used to think like the same thing, like, oh, I can't wait to like be married and have kids. And it's like, you know, being here like in Miami and stuff, it's like someone asked me the other day, I think we were like watching something about a wedding, and then it was like, they're like, oh, is that here in Miami? I was like, no, we don't do that here, because you know, people in Miami don't really get married. They're not like looking to settle down. We're like back home, I'm from Rochester, New York, and everybody is married, everybody has kids, everybody's like on their second child and stuff. I'm over here like, damn, I have my cat, you know, like I don't even know what we're talking about.
And we love her.
Yeah, I do. I don't know where she is right now. She's mad at me.
We love her. We love her.
I
We love her. AZ Beast guy, I see you. The problem is, you know what I'm saying? Baby T Music says, Baby T Music says the problem is that they see it as work. And you guys, relationships are work. You know what I mean?
Lazy. No, I'm just kidding.
And people are lazy. People are like guys, and guys can be some of the laziest creatures, right? And that is an issue. I think that also with the whole thing you're saying with you being over there in Miami and things like that, I think that also is it might be some of what the crowd somebody could portray. I mean, the crowd somebody's around, or what a person may portray themselves, because what you portray is what you attract, right? So if you're all about, like, you know, just like the flashy fast life and this and that and this and that, you're going to attract those type of men who might be like, well, you know what? All I want to do is just run around and just fuck models all day. If that's the environment that you're in, if you're choosing your men from that environment, then that's what you're going to attract, right? But if you're choosing your men from a different environment, then you're going to attract different types of men.
So how do we find this man that you're talking about? Do we go to like the library or like church, or I've seen on TV and the movies, or like finding your man at the supermarket or like the gym or something? And then like even if you do, you know, it's like you never even know these days. You know, like people have like so many different layers to them. And then you think you know somebody, and then you know this person could be like a freaking serial killer or something. That's a little bit drastic. I don't know why.
Well, what you do, first of all, what you do is you don't look for it. So what you do is you do the same thing you've been doing. What you do is you just live your life, and then you live your life, and you do whatever makes you the best person you can be, and then the guy, or for guys, the female, or if you're in a gay relationship, the other guy, in a lesbian relationship, the other female, they'll come to you. You guys, they'll come to you. Look, this is the thing, and everybody needs to really like know this. Don't ever run around looking for somebody. Like, so guys, if you're looking for a female, don't like go to the club. Don't like go to the restaurant. Don't go out.
Oh God, no! You don't want to find a female at the club. She's probably
don't
like,
go out looking for somebody.
Place.
What you need to do is
with her. Then you go. Then you slide.
What everybody needs to do is do your job, what's making you the best person you can be, and do what you want to do. So, for example, if I want to go to the gym and work out, boom, go to the gym and work out. If I want to start to read books, or if I want to start to write books, and I go to like an editors or publishing conference or something like that for books, at that editing or publishing conference, I might find somebody there. And when I find somebody there at that editing or that publishing conference, if that person's there, then that person probably has the same interest of book writing that I do. Right there, we have some common ground to where we'll be able to build off of. Because if I'm into book writing and things like that, I can't go to where like people are running around drunk in bathing suits. Because if I meet a girl there, she's gonna be like, I'm not even like, okay, yeah. I mean, last time I read a book was fucking years ago. I really don't want to hear about this. I want to talk about the latest trends or something like that. So you're not going to even start building on the same level. So what you need to do is you need to go out and do what you want to do, not looking for anybody. And then I guarantee you, somebody that fits what you want, they'll fall into the same category as you. But you need to get out. First of all, you need to get out the house. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we're in quarantine right now, so where are we gonna go? You know, I've been going to Target. You know, that's my weekly like get out of the house. Like, let's go to Target, and then like, why the fuck am I at Target? And then you come for one thing, you can never fucking find it, and you end up with all this stuff, and you're like, fuck, what do I do? You know, or like the other day I tried to sneak onto the beach, and then yeah, it didn't work. There was like these you know, the little go-karts or whatever that they drive, and then I like got like on the beach for like 2 minutes, not even like 2 seconds, and then they were like, and I was like, all right, get out of here. But you know, maybe that's something like after.
No, after the quarantine, and even doing
slide in the DM though. So what should we say when we're sliding in the DMs? Why don't you guys tell us what your best pickup lines are? When you're like sliding or trying to slide on somebody.
Well, that's all them. That's all them. I don't slide in anybody's DMs with pickup lines, so I don't know anything about that. So somebody would have to write in the best pickup lines because I know nothing about that. So, but
nobody has any over here that they have. I like mine is have we met before? I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I think
that's
I
when
know you. Right? You're that guy, right? No, I'm just kidding. I don't do that.
You're just
I
like,
don't talk to him.
I'm
I'm
not
just
even going
like,
to respond to that. I'm not even going to respond to that. But you really need to, or people really need to, in general, you guys, focus on
oh,
like
that's
what
a good one. You like sushi? That's a
sushi.
great one.
That
Or
is a good one. You
hey,
like sushi?
oh, hey, okay. Let's see what you guys said. You like sushi? I personally think that one's
Hey, little
great.
mama, let me
You
go
like
for you.
sushi? You like to smoke? You want to smoke and get food? You know that one. You know my fat ass will always. No, I'm just
Robbie
kidding.
Joe, you're too funny.
Maybe I don't know. I'm just kidding. Or
Beautiful Jewel said,
I'm
you
kidding. I
need a
don't
beautiful
slide.
Jewel. I'm with
Gentlemen,
you there.
don't do that. It's okay. We're
Rodriguez, I
not
see
judging
you.
you if you slide. It's okay. We're
I'm
cheering
on
for
Johnny.
you.
I am Johnny
Fuck it.
Cash. I see you. It's
Or
all good.
Robbie
But definitely, you
Joe.
guys,
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your
whisper
ear.
in your ear, Robbie Joe. I see you.
Hi, Almi. Hey, guys.
But definitely, people, you really have to just do it. Just do. You need to do like what you're doing to fulfill your dream and to accomplish your goals, and then the person will just drop into like into where you don't even realize it. So let's say this. Let's say if I wanted to go out and like I want to go like
Talking
mountain
about
biking.
hoes.
Yeah. Let's say if I wanted to go mountain biking or something like that.
All right.
You guys, not only will I might meet some women that I would never thought about on the trail as I'm mountain biking, but even on the way, as I stop at the gas station to put some more gas in my car with my bike attached to the back, I might see somebody with her bike attached to the back at the gas station. Those are the type of ways those things happen. And when you do it like that, those are the type of people where you're like, you know what? I just met somebody amazing I never would have thought about. So
yeah,
what
but
you
I
have
don't know if
to
it
do
always
is,
works like that, honestly, because sometimes, like you were talking about people running around in bikinis, drunk and stuff. So I was working at SLS before it closed, and like you were talking about when you're looking for somebody. So I had just broken up with my ex at the time, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Fuck him. I'll go find a cute ass guy from SLS, whatever, blah blah blah. So I met a couple guys at SLS, so I was like looking, and honestly, there was one of the guys was so weird. Like
but
he
Cynthia,
literally bit me, and he
Cynthia,
kept biting me, and I was like, I don't
Cynthia,
think this is
Cynthia, bro, I
attractive.
see
Can
you.
you please
Cynthia,
stop? And it was bad.
Sin, but you look at what you're saying. You're going back to my first point. I said you have
Don't
to
pick
be
up people
aware
at the club.
of the
Don't do
environment.
it.
Yes, it's the environment, Sin. It's the environment. So you have to be careful. Like it's the environment. You know what I mean? So when I'm not saying you can't pick up somebody from that environment, but when you're picking up somebody from that environment, you have to know. You have to know what you're
Don't mean
possibly getting.
no.
You have to know what
Sorry.
you're getting. So if you're in that, if you're picking up somebody from that party environment, then you have to have an idea of what you're most likely getting into. So then you can't be surprised
Can't
later.
find love in the club.
Yeah, Ice Kid for sure. Ice Kid 3, you can't find love in the club. And that's my point. That's the reason why I'm saying when you will find a good person who you can be with, you guys, stranger danger,
No,
Robbie
no,
Joe.
no, 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 no. They're not understanding, okay? So I was like at the club and I was like, this guy is cute, blah, blah, blah. He seems super cool, whatever. And then I don't know if it was like I got him too drunk or something, you know, because, you know, when you're like, yeah, you guys want a shot? Yeah, okay, sure. And you pour everybody shots, whatever, right? So I think progressively he just got getting drunker and drunker and drunker. And then he was like, hey, what's up? What?
I found my girl in college, Ice Kid 3. College is a good place to find a girl.
What a sweetie. 1 second, guys.
Praga 14, I see you. It's all good. But definitely, you guys have to be careful where you look for somebody, where you find somebody, because that's very important. The environment of where you find somebody, that's your reason to know what they
Say
may
hi,
be.
guys.
Right? What they may be. And hey, what's going on? How y'all doing? What's going on, sisters?
Hey,
How you doing, sisters? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Good to see you.
Tony. Hey,
It's all good. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. So,
all right, now we're going to switch it over.
You
English
guys.
for Lane style. So
She doesn't know English. I just know how to say we had Gucci here, baby.
I see Gucci. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci
It's a little
gang.
bit drunk. It's okay. I'm sorry. I apologize on behalf
You're
of
good. You're
the
good. You're
I'm
always
just
welcome
joking.
here.
Everything good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
What is the life about?
We're talking shit.
We are talking about like exes, and when exes like move on, but they still kind of want you, and how to
Oh,
find a
about
good
exes
person.
and stuff. All right, I gotta go, but like, yeah,
Fuck that. Fuck those
I
bitches.
mean, what I
They
can
lost
say-
out. Peace out. We out.
yeah, of course. And what I can say is like, you know, like, I mean, like you wanna like go on in your life, right? So
Of
if they're
course.
excess mean exes.
For a reason.
Like,
They're exes
hello,
for a
yeah,
reason.
excess. Like they are in the past. You don't wanna go back. You wanna
Of
go forward.
course.
So
Of course.
they are in the past. You gotta let it go. You gotta go on with your life, and that's it.
And I think what a lot of people need to
Get
realize
lost.
also, I think a
Yeah,
lot of people,
tell
thank you
them.
very
Bye,
much.
guys. I gotta
Bye
go
bye.
because
Take care.
somebody's waiting for me with the dessert.
There you go.
Good. Come,
Good
Cynthia,
stuff.
whenever you want. We have dessert over there next door.
Okay.
Take care, sister. I think she brought up a really good point. I think that a lot of people need to realize that
I'll
because
be
I
there
think
in a little bit.
what happens a lot of times is that when you break up, you have an ex. A lot of times people you sit up and you want that ex back and you miss that ex and
Hey, what's
you reach out to
up?
them and you get on social media and you try to look for them and things like that or look at what they're doing. But I think a lot of people forget that when somebody's your ex, you have to remember why you guys broke up. Because people like to just remember, once you're broken up with somebody, people like to fall into the mind frame where they start to just remember all the good times. They start to remember how much they missed the person because the sex was good and they missed the person's face and the conversation and things like that. But they just forget all of the arguments and disagreements and what led to the breakup. So it's like people need to get out of that routine that once you have a breakup, you only remember the good times. Once you have a breakup, you only like fantasize about the positive. You guys have to also remember the negative times and the bad times that led to the breakup in the first place.
Yeah, but you know what I think that it is sometimes, you try to remember the good times. You're like, oh, yeah, they were not a bad person. We had so much fun together, blah, 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 blah. So you try to, like, make it sound better, and then you, like, hang out with them in real life, and they're like, damn, you're a fucker. Like, why are you talking to me? How the fuck did we even get into this? And I'm not trying to be an asshole or anything, because, but at the end of the day, like, it's like sometimes you try to like, and then, I mean, not everybody does this, but I do this probably all the time. It's like, and it's probably like one of my biggest downfalls is I always try to see the best in people and be like, oh my God, like you have so much potential, but it's like, you're not dating their potential, you're dating them. And sometimes you make this image in your head of them, like everybody's like the best, whatever. And then you're like, you're actually piece of shit.
Exactly.
Sorry, I'm so vulgar. I am from, New York, so, we like to, talk shit.
This is what everybody talks, New York representing. This is what you guys have to remember, you guys. You have to remember that when you meet people, especially like, like at the end, you get into like your 20s, and 30s and things like that. When you meet people at that age, you guys, New York representing, you meet people at that age, you guys, they are who they are.
Oh my God.
People really need to realize that. People are who they are. And they have already been raised. They have already been children. They have already been kids. They have already been teenagers. They have already gone through adolescence. So now when you meet somebody as an adult, it is going to be more than difficult to change the person that they are. They are who they are. So what you were saying, Sin, is why I'm bringing this up. So when a lot of people meet people and they're like, you know what? He's not so bad, kind of like he has potential. And then you're surprised later on when the relationship doesn't work out or when they were a certain way that they showed you those red flags from the beginning. But you ignored them because you were like, you know what? they're not so bad, and maybe they'll change, or maybe he won't be like this, or maybe
He's not changing, honey. She's not changing. He's a dick and
You
she's a
guys,
bitch. And that's what it is.
people,
That's what it is at
the
the end of the
people
day.
are
So
grown
fuck them.
adults.
Focus on you and do what you need to do, because at the end of the
Absolutely.
day, you are going to be with you forever. And,
Absolutely.
you know, like, chase the bag. Like, your bag isn't going to get up and leave you one day because he doesn't fucking love you anymore. Like,
Absolutely.
at the end of the day, if you got you, then you got you. Like, that's the biggest thing is, like, I feel like nowadays people look to be in relationships for, oh, my Uber Eats is here. Yeah. Anyway, yes, we are not lying, because at the end of the day, like, you know, people become so dependent on their significant others, like they don't even know who they are. And then when they leave, it's like you don't even know what to do with yourself, especially if you like are so dependent on them and they don't do anything else. It's like you kind of blend into like one person. And then it's like, what do you do at that point?
You guys, I've said it before, you guys, on here, on other episodes, you guys. The two things I never do. There's two things I never ever do. I never will do. Never ever will do. You guys, I don't waste my time with children, and I don't waste my time with adults as far as arguing with them or trying to change their mind. So you know how, like, for example, you know how sometimes, like, you might have on social media or something like that, that you might have like a troll or somebody who disagrees with you or something like that, or about something you say.
Oh, I'm the worst at that. I'll clap back.
Everybody needs to listen to this. Everybody needs to listen to this. This is going to say somebody a whole bunch of times. Tony, in the script, I see you. Children and grown adults. Don't go back and forth with them. You know why? Because, number one, children, teenagers and children, they think they know it.
Give us the heart.
They think
We
they
love
know it all,
them.
and they're
This
sarcastic.
one's for you.
Okay? They think they know it all, and they're sarcastic. Children. So it's a waste of time going back and forth with them, because it's kind of like a substitute teacher in the classroom. Listen, all they want to do is try to laugh and make jokes. So don't go back and forth with children, because they're never going to care about what you're saying. And you can't change adults. And don't go back and forth with adults, because adults have been set in their ways. Because everything that's within an adult, everything they believe, their religious beliefs, the way they view the world, all this stuff that they've shaped as they were growing up, now that they're adults, that's who they are. And you're not going to change that about them. Their views, the way they look at things, the way they view the world, the way they view the environment, politics, religion. They are who they are as adults. So if you don't like exactly, or if you can't get with, or if you're not compatible with who they are when you first meet them, leave, because you're not going to change them. They're not going to change as adults. Adults are set in their ways. That is who they are, you guys. Don't even waste your time. If you're compatible with them, stay. If you're not, leave. Don't even waste your time. Everybody needs to remember that. That's going to save all of you guys a lot of headache and a lot of heartache, you guys, in time. Okay? Definitely need to remember that, you guys. You guys definitely need to remember that. Who is that? Norin Rev, I see you. It's all good.
Yeah.
But man, Sin, like, this is the thing, right? So what do you think about when you do break up with an ex? Should you block them on social media? Should you not block them? Should you block their phone numbers? Should you not block their phone numbers? What do you think about all that?
I mean, personally, I blocked my ex's number, but he's a hoe. But I mean, I don't block all my ex's numbers. I think it just depends on how you leave the relationship. You know what I mean? Yes, absolutely. That's right. You know he a hoe too. Anyway, I'm just kidding. It depends on the person. Because
why do you block them? Why do you block them? Why do you, or why do you not block them? Like, what is the reason to block them?
Okay. So, I mean, for me, it was like, we were like at the point where like even our friendship was fucked up, even like on that level. And it's like, if you're not going to respect me as a person, you're not going to respect my time, my effort, and like my feelings, then I'm just going to be like, fuck you, goodbye, because I don't need to have people in my life like that, which is why I personally blocked my ex. Because even though we had a relationship and stuff and a whole friendship before this, it just like all went out the window, and like so did like his respect for me. So that's why I left. But, you know, like, I don't always block my exes. I'm usually friends with my exes, honestly. For the most part, I would say I'm friends with a lot of my exes. We are chill. I mean, I don't really talk to them, but I can see them. But, you know, if, you know what I mean? It just depends on the ex. Because sometimes you have, like, good things where you can, like, mutually agree and leave. And then you have other ones where people are fucking assholes that need to, you know, I'm not going to say.
Yeah.
Because I do yoga now. No, I'm just kidding.
It's all good. You guys see you, Stony Flow, for sure. But
Hey, girl.
let me say this. Do not go, or would you agree with this? This is what I think. Do not play the block, unblock, block, unblock, block, unblock game, though. Do not do the block, unblock, block, unblock, block, unblock. In my opinion, you should not do that, only because for me, it would show the guy, women, it would show the guy your
Hey, why women? This is the same thing for guys, too.
It's the same thing for guys, too. Yeah,
guys are creepos, too. Guys
listen, I'm trying to help out. I'm trying to help out my sisters here. I'm trying to help out my sisters because I'm telling my sisters with the way guys will view you. If you block, unblock, block, unblock, block, unblock, what's going on, Manny Fresh 36? I see you. If you do that, guys will view you like you're weak, and they view you like if you're a puppet and they can play with your emotions. Because if you're blocking and unblocking me, then I know I'm getting to you. But if you do one, if you block and leave me or unblock and don't really worry about me, then in my mind, I'm like, damn, she really don't give a fuck about me. Has she moved on? Oh, my Lord. Has she forgotten about me?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Has she? But if you block and unblock, if you do that, if you block and unblock, then it shows me, you know what? She hasn't forgotten about me. I still get to her. So it shows me that, oh, I'm the powerful one here. So females, don't do the block and unblock game, because it will not only boost a guy's self-esteem, but it shows them that they have gotten in your mind and they affect you emotionally. Because if they didn't, then why would you be going through that? Why would you be doing it? And that's the way guys think. That's the reason, Sin, while I'm talking to the females, so I'm letting you guys know how we view things when you guys do that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not just females that act like that. Guys act like that too. I had to act.
I understand. And you're trying to change the subject to guys, but
I'm just saying, you know, sometimes it's not always the girls that's crazy. Sometimes the guys are crazy too, even crazier than the girls. You know, because the girls, I'm just saying, you know, because sometimes the girls, you know, we act crazy, but we know that we act crazy sometimes. Where guys, they act crazy and then they think that they don't act crazy, but we all see you acting crazy. All right? Like,
you use the C word. I never said females were acting crazy. What I'm saying is,
just people, you know.
No, what I'm saying is I'm giving that advice to females because I'm here to help out women and don't want them to have to go through the heartache and headache. Now, yes, I can tell guys the same thing, but I'm not here to help out guys. So
yeah,
I'm here to help out females. So
just
that's
play
what I
some bag and like let it go, that shit go. Fuck your ex. He's a bitch. This is 2020, and this is, you know, even though we're in a whole quarantine and coronavirus and shit, you know, I feel you guys, but at the same time, like, fuck that. Leave all that shit in the past and let it go. Like, if it's not meant to be, there's something better coming for you, and that's what I always try to remember at the end of the day. Is like, that's in the past. Goodbye, old life, whatever. Like, if you want more out there, unless you're the shitty person in the relationship and then you really fucked up, then maybe you should look at yourself. You know, you always got to look at yourself first, because people be blaming other people. But, you know, once you, like, establish that you are to blame for some of it too, then you can say fuck that shit. But unless you're being the toxic person.
I think that's great. I think that's perfect advice. I think also females, man. I think what you guys have to look out for. Like I said, I'm here to help my females. I think also females, what you have to look out for is like a guy that breaks up with you and wants to be your ex, but and even maybe like he starts talking to somebody new, but he still comes back and wants to have sex with you. You let him have sex with you. I think you guys have to really be careful about that, because guys do that for multiple reasons. Guys continue to stay in touch with you guys because they want to come back and do that. First of all, before the new girl, or before the new person that they have learns their body, you may know their body better than the new person, so therefore you make them have sex better. The sex with you was better, and things like that. I see you saying you're partying over there. The sex with you, the sex with you may have been better and things like that. Be careful about that, because they're not coming back because they miss you necessarily. They're just using you to fill a space until the new person can fill that space for them. So women really need to be really careful about that, you all. Women need to be really, really careful about having sex with your ex, even though they're starting to see other people, or having sex with your ex, period. Because if you have sex with your ex, but then he doesn't want to get back with you in a relationship, then that shows you that it's not about you.
An alternative. Once I figure out how to turn this thing back. 1 second. There we go. Okay, let's see. Or you can give him the best night of his life and make it one that he'll never, ever, ever forget. And then leave his ass on fucking block. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Or girl, guy, whatever, you know. This doesn't have to be just for the girls. It can be for the guys, too. Let him know what he's going to miss out on for the rest of his fucking life. And you make sure that shit is good so you can walk your ass out of there and be like, peace out. Peace the fuck out.
You are a savage, Sin. You are a savage. Yes, that is true. But as a nice guy, as a nerd, you guys know me, I'm a nerd and a dork, so I look at things differently. But as a nerd and a dork, always remember, you guys, that people get older, you will age, sex will not be one day what it used to be. So what really, really will leave him with a long-lasting expression, a long-lasting impression, I was going to say expression, but impression, will really leave him or her with a long-lasting impression is not only your success, but it's also knowing that you were a good person. Because let me tell you, giving them the best sex will affect them in the short term, but later on, that all fades away. It's not going to matter anymore, you guys. But what will leave a long-lasting impression, though, is you knowing that you were the best person that they ever had mentally, emotionally, intelligently, intellectually. Then when it doesn't matter what age they are, they could be in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, they're going to be like, you know what? Cynthia was the best woman that I ever had. Not just the best sex, but the best woman. And
a lot of my exes think that, and they know that.
Which is why you're a wonderful individual, Sim. Which is why I always say you're the mogul in the making, sister. You're the most beautiful person. That's why I love you. You're my sister. But definitely, people, you guys always want to be in your relationship. You definitely want to strive to be the best person overall that you can be. Like I said, this is the beauty of me and you being here, Sin, because we look at the same issue in different ways, in a lot of ways. Totally different. I'm such a nerd and a dork, and I'm a proud nerd and a proud dork, and you guys know I always say that. And you're so cool, you're savage, and you're so, you know what I'm saying, you're so lit, Sin. So it's like it's totally different.
Like, be nice, let him go.
Yes.
Don't worry about it. I'm like, fuck that dude.
My nerdy dork self.
Make sure he doesn't know it's you, but he probably does. Make sure there's no cameras and fuck his shit up and disappear. That's it. You know, I mean, obviously, like, I never did that before because I have learned to control my urges to fuck it up. But, you know, there's people that out there that do that. And actually, that's funny. I don't want to say who, but I have a friend. She is, like, the most, like, sweetest, good vibes. You actually know this friend, but I don't want to tell her.
No, for sure. I got you. Don't say.
She found out that her man was seeing another chick by walking in on the other chick and him trying to hide it. So what happened was, so she's the type that's like, goodbye forever, like, you don't deserve me. So the girl comes out to see the two of them talking, and then she's like, who are you? And then she's like, who are you? And this bitch beat his ass in front of my friends. And then they left, like, she literally was like punching him and like beating the shit out of him. And then me, like, I know that my friend would never do that because she's not that kind of person. And then you have this other girl that literally beat his fucking ass, which he deserved.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he was like, did this really just fucking happen? And these two are walking hand in hand, being like, I can't believe this, dude. Blah, 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 blah. So I don't know where I was going with that story, but I thought it was funny.
Well, see, see, you are too much, Sin. And see, if he was a guy that really could, you know, do things the right way, then he would have been able to be open and honest, you know, with your friend, my friend also, and you know, would have been able to do things the right way. You guys, you have to be who you are. You have to do things the right way. And sometimes honesty, or not sometimes, always honesty is always the best policy, you guys. So always keep that in mind. Like we were saying last time, Sin, we were on here with Tatiana. We were saying that people need to be honest with the other individual about who they are to you. You shouldn't lie to them because in their world they need to see things the same way that you see things. So if you get with somebody after your relationship, and if they are just a rebound, well then you need to tell them that you're not looking for anything serious. You don't have to look at them and say, well, you know, you're a rebound. You don't have to say it like that. But you can look at them and say, well, you know, I'm not really looking to do anything serious, but I still want to spend time with you. You know, and that tells them basically that, you know, you're not there for a real relationship because you don't want to make them think that you like them and you're there for a real relationship. And in their mind, that's their reality. And then in your mind, the whole time you were like, well, I didn't think we were going to get into a real relationship because then you guys are living in two different worlds and that's not fair to the other individual. So always be honest with the person, you guys. Honesty is always the best policy. Sin, how are you doing over there before we get out of here, Sin? How are you doing over there in Miami? How's everything going? Where are you going tonight? What are you doing?
I'm going to eat food. Actually, my Uber Eats is at the door still. I forgot that it was there.
Go get your
No, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not really super hungry right now. I'm just gonna go over to the neighbors, having a little party.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. It's all good.
Man, social distancing party with under 6 people. Hey, girl.
There we go.
What? Yeah.
Where's it? Your Uber Eats?
Oh, thank you.
Well, we appreciate it. We appreciate it, Sin. So, Sin, me and you are going to talk. We're going to come back again because I have more.
We got 12 more minutes to talk shit.
Well, now I feel bad. I feel like your food may be getting cold or something like that. So now I'm feeling bad from over here that your food and Uber Eats individual has been there waiting for you to go. So I feel bad about that. So you know, before
it's fine. It doesn't matter. It's good.
So I just feel bad about that. But I just want to say though, Sin, man, we have so much more to talk about. I mean, you know, next time I want to get into so much stuff. I mean, I just have so many notes and so many things. I mean, we didn't even talk about how these people run around with the Finstagrams, right? These people run around with the Finstagrams and you know, you don't know and you got to figure that out. And oh Lord, I just, you know, these creepers, these creepers and these stalkers out here, you know, they're everywhere.
I think it's human nature, honestly. We all got a little bit of creeper in us. I'm not gonna lie, I have a little bit of creeper in me, and I know it's not just girls. You know, it's okay, guys. If you creep on your people, it's all good.
Let me tell you, guys can be the worst, right? Because when guys get when guys start to lose themselves mentally and emotionally, that's when you get the stalking and things like that. And most stalkers, just by percentage wise, most stalkers are men. Most actual stalkers who are arrested for stalking are men. So that just goes to show you that, just by statistics, the majority of stalkers who actually get arrested for stalking, the crime of stalking, are men in the world when it comes to crime statistics.
You think what it could be is because men get caught easily, like being a girl, like you just flip that shit right around and be like, my ex is stalking me. And they're going to be like, oh my God, are you okay? And then.
You guys, but what it also is that guys don't guys lose themselves. Guys mentally, they lose themselves when they are filled with rage, right? So it's kind of like when guys are in like a bar or something, they get drunk and they get into a fight, they're filled with rage. You know what I mean? So when guys like find out their ex-girlfriend is starting to have sex with some other guy or something like that, they get filled with so much rage, they don't think through the stalking process of, okay, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. They're just like, oh, I'm just gonna get in my car, drive to her house, bang all her windows, and go crazy. They don't think about the organization of the stalking process the way females, they think more through it. And guys just like, but you guys, or not that you guys, like guys, I'm just saying people. It's no secret that females from the very beginning, from young ages, are not only more intelligent, they mature faster than men, all right? They're smarter than men, okay? So it's not a surprise that females, they think things through when they're doing things, and guys more willy-nilly just go with like that emotional rage that they feel. So a lot of that has to do with pride also, right? Because guys have that pride thing.
Honestly, though, I think it works both ways, because sometimes people get rage too, girls and guys. Honestly, I feel like a lot of times I could be more.
Females get rage
what's
too.
Up?
Females get rage too, but not like guys. Not like guys. And like I said, the crime statistics, they back that up. You know, that's backed up by crime statistics. That men are way by far are arrested far more for stalking crimes than women are. You know, but yes, women do get enraged, right? Because women are known for things when they do get enraged, like, you know, throwing all of the guys' stuff out in the front lawn, burning the clothes, taking the baseball bat to the car, spray painting the car.
There's a good music video by Carrie Underwood. If your man was being a little fuck or woman, it's called Before He Cheats, and she destroys his car. And honestly, that music video is so good. I always wanted to do that, but you know, my ex would sue me
hopefully you never,
because I really don't want to have like a lawsuit, but I think he would sue me. But if I could do that, I would do that. If it was that bad. Not to all my exes.
Get to that point, and you never have to do that, Sin. But if you ever do end up in that type of situation,
by Carrie Underwood.
call me up, Sin, if you end up in that situation, and I will bail you out of jail, and I'll take care of you, sis. All right?
Oh,
Make
really?
Sure you yeah, I'll bail you out of jail. I'll do that. I got you, sis. I got you covered. All right, got you covered. Don't worry about it. Got you covered. I'll take care of all those expenses. It's all good. All right, you guys, we appreciate it, man. I am O-Dogg, Anti-Imperial, The Chill. That's my artist name. I'm a recording artist, you guys. O-Dogg, Anti-Imperial, The Chill. One name, three personalities, right? O-Dogg is kind of like a thug. He's a little bit gangster, but he's a dork. He's a nerd. Kind of sexually explicit, but he likes to have fun. He's a clown and things like that. That is O-Dogg. The second term is more of who I truly am. That's why Anti-Imperial is in the center. O-Dogg, Anti-Imperial, The Chill. Anti-Imperial is all about upliftment, international political science, world history, geographical studies, micro and macroeconomics, philosophy, psychology, physiology, sociology, and things like that. That is Anti-Imperial. And the last term is The Chill. And The Chill is a hopeless romantic, all about falling in love, raising a family, and things like that. The last time that I saw Sin in person, we did the Chill song. It will be out next in the fall. The jazz song that I did was Me, You, and Shay.
Mm-hmm.
Me, You, and Shay. Oh, I was speaking to Shay the other day. She says, "What's up?" She says, "Hello."
Oh, I'll tell her I said hi.
Yeah, I'll tell her you said what's up. I'll talk to her, I think in probably a little while. I think your time tomorrow. I think I'm going to talk to her, or maybe a little bit later today. But yes, you guys. So that's O-Dogg, Anti-Imperial, The Chill. That's who I am, you guys. She is the Cynthia Tran. You guys. And this is Diversity Outspoken. This time I'll have it backwards so it looks the right way. Diversity Outspoken, you guys. We call this Diversity Outspoken because we speak about a diverse range of topics, and we are outspoken or straight to the point about those topics, you guys. We appreciate you guys being here. I am the dork and the nerd, O-Dogg, Anti-Imperial, The Chill. You guys can get in touch with me at Anti-Imperial, you guys. Anti-Space Imperial on YouTube. Anti-Space Imperial on YouTube. On Instagram and TikTok, it's at anti_imperial. You guys know what an underscore is. A little line that goes down there at the bottom called an underscore. Anti_imperial on Instagram and TikTok. On YouTube, though, it's just anti-imperial with a space in between. So Instagram and TikTok, there'll be an underscore. YouTube, there's a space in between. Instagram and TikTok, there'll be an underscore. YouTube, there's the space in between. We appreciate you guys. She is the Cynthia Tran. She's the Cynthia Tran. What's going on, you guys? Who is that? That is Peyton and Cynthia.
Over there.
You guys, we appreciate it. You guys, we appreciate it. Cynthia, I love you, sis. We'll be talking soon. We got another episode we got to come on and do. I got more to talk about. I have so many notes. Look, Cyn, I didn't even get to all these notes tonight.
Yeah, I don't really know what we were talking about. We kind of just...
We have so much to talk about, Cyn. We have so much to talk about. And we appreciate it, you guys. I love you. The Cynthia Tran, she loves you. Her Uber Eats is waiting downstairs. Cynthia, be safe. Enjoy your party over there. I'll be reaching out to you, sister, and I'll be contacting you soon. I love you, Cyn.
Love you. Bye, guys.
Take care. Bye-bye, you guys. Take care. Hold on, Anti-Imperial to chill. That's Cynthia Tran, you guys. Take care. Peace. Bye-bye. Bye.